everyone, welcome back. My name is Michaela, this is Meekela Reads, and today I'm going to be telling you about my reading goals for 2022. I literally feel like I only just made my last goals video, so here we are, making another one. I actually achieved a lot of my goals in 2021 for reading. Out of the 50 books that I wanted to read, I read 80, and I did participate in some book clubs, but not consistently. So like there were some things that I did achieve and some things that I didn't, and all the things that I didn't achieve were realistically unrealistic anyway, so I'm not blaming myself for that. This year I have kept my goals pretty simple, to be honest, mostly because I actually want to focus less on reading this year. Last year was like, it's all I did. I did not do anything else last year except read, which was fine and it was great. But I'm really sincerely hoping that 2022 is less like 2021 in the sense that we were in lockdown for quite a lot of the year and I didn't speak to really anyone. But I have 5 reading goals this year, and I actually have 3 YouTube goals this year, which is new and exciting. So I'm going to tell you about those. But if you are new here and you are not yet subscribed, please consider doing that. And I am going to now stop promoting myself and jump into the video. So my first reading goal of 2022 is to read 52 books. Now, last year I set it to 50 because the year before that I didn't quite hit 50, but considering I smashed my goal for last year, I'm actually just going to keep it roughly the same. I don't want to put any more pressure on myself for reading. I find that that's really counterintuitive and puts me into reading slumps much more. So for this year I will be just aiming to hit 52, 1 book a week again, which I am hoping I can do. My second goal for 2022 is to branch out into some different genres. I feel like this is a goal every year and I have pretty consistently hit it. However, this year I specifically want to reach out more into literary fiction. I dabbled in it in 2021 with things like Before the Coffee Gets Cold, but I would like to explore that genre a lot more. I think it has a lot of potential for things for me to like and for growth in myself as a reader as well. I previously have read a lot of just general young adult stuff, which is fine. I still really enjoy that, but I'm finding myself less and less interested in the like coming of age stories of like students and university students and stuff like that, because I'm not there in my life anymore. I have moved past that. I am an adult now, as much as I hate to say that. But just as a side note, another genre that I really enjoy at the moment is sci-fi. So I'm also going to be trying to read a lot more sci-fi as well, but that's not a real goal. That's just there. My third goal is to participate in at least 1 book club a month. I said to myself last year that I would join a book club, and that was really arbitrary, and we need to have SMART goals to achieve them. But basically, it's a goal that's measurable and a goal that I can look back and say, yes, I achieved that, or no, I did not achieve that with the data that I have collected. So 1 book club a month is my goal. And currently I'm a part of 2, maybe 3 book clubs. So I'm hoping that within those 3, I can consistently read a book from each month. I'm not going to try to do all 3 in a month. I think that would be really hard, and I think one of them isn't monthly based. I will tell you about them. The first one is the World Booked Book Club. I will leave the links to the people that run it in the description box down below. One is a YouTuber and one is an Instagrammer. And the other book club that I have joined is the book club run by Alison Pages. I will leave her channel link down below. She's quite a big booktuber, but her Patreon have a book club that they read books every month and you can talk about them, and then there's like discussions and stuff about it. Anyway, but yes, book clubs is a thing that I'll be doing in 2022. Goal number 4 is a bit weird and like obscure, but I want to read more graphic novels and manga this year because it is something that I have previously really enjoyed, and I love anime and manga, and it's something that I have not done in quite a few years. Like I haven't watched anime and I haven't read manga in such a long time, and I genuinely miss it. So in tandem with like reading more manga and graphic novels, I would like to also watch more anime. But if I interject into my goals of reading, which seems to be my primary hobby at this point, hopefully I can transition that across to anime as well. And finally, my last reading goal, which is like really obscure, even more so than the graphic novels, I would like to reread the Vampire Academy series. Weirdly specific and also very ambitious, because I'm also attaching to that the Bloodlines series that like goes after the Vampire Academy series. The third book club that I'm like half involved in is the Booked and Boozy podcast. They have a Patreon and a Discord as well. And within that, they have a book club, and they, at some point this year, are also reading Vampire Academy. So I'll be doing a read along with them, and I might try and just power through it because I never finished the series. I finished Vampire Academy, but I never finished the Bloodline series. So I have the last book and that's it. But I remember exactly nothing from the Bloodline series. I need to reread everything to be able to read the last book in the series. It's been on my TBR since it came out, which is probably like nearing on a decade at this point. Maybe just under a decade. It's been a long time. Anyway, I'm hoping to get through that series in its entirety this year and finally cross it out of my TBR shelf. So those are all of my reading goals for 2022. They're not super ambitious, they're not huge. I want to put less pressure on myself this year, is the goal, realistically. My YouTube goals, however, very different. I've never had YouTube goals before, and I think that in the past, I never took YouTube seriously enough to be consistent, but I have been consistent now for quite some time, and I'm a little bit proud of myself. So I, this year, have set myself some goals in hopes to maintain my consistency, but then also to just continue to engage in the community, because everyone says it, all of the booktube people say it, but this is honestly the most friendly and welcoming and lovely community that I have been a part of. Anyway, I've made some goals to keep myself engaged because I'm not gonna lie, it is something that takes quite a lot of my time, and particularly with booktube because reading books takes a lot of time. And so even though it's my primary hobby, I find adding YouTube on top of that actually almost doubles the amount of time I spend doing this. So in my brain, I think I've melded them as one and the same, like reading and booktube, they're the same thing for me. Since probably like 2016, they have been synonymous in my head and I haven't been able to separate them. So if I'm reading consistently, I'm usually also making videos about it consistently. And that's just been how it's been for the last 7 years, 6 years. I don't know how many years it's been. It's been a lot of time. Anyway, my YouTube goals. I'm rambling. So my first YouTube goal, pretty self-explanatory, to post consistently weekly on my channel. That would be 52 videos unless something major has gone wrong, or if it's like, I don't know, if I'm not here or if I'm on holidays, like obviously like your usual allowances for videos, but consistently weekly posting on YouTube. I feel like it's achievable. It has proven to be achievable in the last 6 months, so I'm hoping that I can keep it going. My second goal is probably not a realistic goal to have, but I have a reason for wanting it. Just in general, as a disclaimer, basing your engagement on YouTube and your posting on YouTube and your involvement in YouTube on your numbers and your analytics is a terrible idea. Terrible, terrible idea. It's bad for your mental health. It's bad for your motivation and your ability to not burn out with YouTube. Basically is my experience in the past. However, I would love to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. For the reason, because I have recently found out that you can only post like little community messages once you hit 500 subscribers, and I just want to be able to tell you guys when my videos are late. Like that's the only reason. That would be amazing. And just to be able to communicate effectively with you guys would be amazing. That's the only reason that I want to hit 500 subscribers. And so I have made that a goal for this year. You know, just really giving myself that safeguard of posting consistently every week, but then also being able to tell you when that's not going to happen. And my third and final YouTube goal for this year is to do more buddy reads. I have discovered buddy reading and it is fantastic. I have done 3 buddy reads last year. One of them was with Paige from Pages with Paige, and the other 2 were with Shani from Shani Books. They were so much fun. Buddy reading is a newfound love of mine. Being able to read something and then in real time discuss it with someone else who is also going through that experience is unlike anything else that I have ever done with reading before. It is also a fantastic way to make friends. So if you would like to do any buddy reads with me in 2022, please let me know. I am more than happy to organize that with you. We can find a book, we can sit down, we can chat about it. It would be amazing. So I am going to leave in the description a link to my Instagram. If you want to send me a message to do a buddy read, let me know. But that is it. That is all of my goals for 2022. I am actually genuinely really looking forward to 2022. I think it's going to be a good year. I can feel it in my bones that it's going to be a good year. Let me know in the comments any of the goals that you have for 2022. Let me know, because I'm nosy like that. And as I said, if you want to do a buddy read, hit me up on Instagram and we can organize something there. But that is all that I have to discuss with you guys today. Thank you so much for watching if you have made it this far, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! That was the temperature of the sun. What a taste buds.